Today, I'm going to take the classic pearl and show you how to make it modern with a choker design. Hey, I'm Katie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a beaded pearl choker necklace. These are so cute, and they've been trending so much in the jewelry making world and in fashion. So today we wanted to show you guys how to make it on your own. Let's look at the tools and supplies we're going to use for this project. We're going to use necklace memory wire, and we've got our memory wire cutter, large hole pearls. You're going to need about 18 inches of pearls, 2 half drilled pearls that match the size of your large hole pearls, a bead reamer, and I use this to measure my memory wire, and some glue. Okay, let's get started. Step 1, we're going to cut the memory wire to 18 inches, and I just like to measure this way because it's hard to measure a circle with a ruler. Cut it with that. Make sure you don't use anything except a memory wire cutter when you are using this material because it will ruin your other pliers. Now grab your half drilled pearls, and you're probably going to have to ream them out just a little bit because we're going to glue them to the ends. But we're just going to start with one now and test it and see how far it goes in. Mine look pretty good, but I'm still gonna ream just a little bit so you can see how I do that. Got my bead reamer. Technically, you're supposed to do it underwater, but I'm just gonna do it just a little here. Now we're gonna glue one pearl to one end, and I've got my glue, I've got my little safety surface here. And this is a gel type glue, very strong. You just push that pearl on and let that dry for about 30 minutes. Once that's dry, we're gonna string our beads. Jewelry that's glued together probably tends to last a little bit less long than jewelry that's soldered or wire wrapped, but you can do a few things to make it last. You can take your bead reamer and actually file and kind of like scratch up the metal before you glue it on, and that will help them bond together. And then you can also just be, if you're gonna wear it every single day, just be mindful of the stress that you put on it or how you wash your hands or where you wear that piece of jewelry. But with this gel type glue that is really awesome, you shouldn't have many problems. I think it's gonna bond just fine to this. This glue I think will be perfect for this project, and it will last a very long time. Next step is to just string on your beads, and I'm gonna do 18 inches. These are large hole pearls. I think they're about a 10 millimeter, 9 or 10-ish, and they just string right on. Okay, so now all we have to do is trim that tail just a little bit, mar it up with our bead reamer, and then glue our second pearl on, and we'll be done. So make sure everything's pushed down, and you're gonna cut, I said 18 inches. I cut it 18 inches, but if this is just where my 18 inches of pearls stopped. So I'm gonna go with it. And we're gonna trim this tail just so there's a little bit left. And also you wanna check that pearl, make sure it doesn't need to be reamed out or anything like that. You have to be kind of quick in this step once you cut the little end of your wire. So I like to have my glue ready, my pearl ready, because you're not going to be able to set this down. So I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch for my pearl. Just file it up a little bit. Some glue. And then slide on your pearl. And then you just let that dry for about another 30 minutes or so. I would personally let it dry for longer. I usually let something like this dry overnight before I wear it, but that's up to you. And that's the last step. Hope you enjoyed that project. Let's take one more look at the tools and supplies we used today. We have our necklace memory wire and our memory wire cutter. We have our glue and our bead reamer, a measuring tape, large hole pearls, and 2 half-drilled pearls. If you need any of the tools or supplies, check out the links in the description below. And while you're there, let us know in the comments what other beginner projects you would like to see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And now that you know how to make a beaded pearl choker, you can say, I made this.